Hello there, and welcome to the weekly Asylum and Immigration Reform Update, where I share with you 5 recent stories of interest to asylum seekers and those who want to stay current on immigration news. This week, we're discussing Elon Musk's criticism of Venezuelan President Maduro sparks global debate. Trump's controversial claims about Venezuelan criminals lack any evidence whatsoever. Harris leverages immigration to criticize Trump's actions on border policy. Texas's border buoy case highlights state-federal tensions on immigration. The ACLU and Ice settle case on detention of immigrants granted protection. I'm Brian Manning, and I used to be an asylum officer with the government, but now, as an asylum lawyer, I help immigrants all over the country to secure their future in America through asylum. It's my pleasure to bring you asylum and immigration reform updates each week, right here on the Political Asylum Lawyers YouTube channel. Okay, let's get to the news. First up, Elon Musk has repeatedly criticized Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro as the dictator tries to hang on to power despite being trounced in recent elections. The two men have traded barbs online and even floated a fistfight. Maduro blocked Musk on X, only to have Musk, who owns the platform, swiftly unblock himself. Musk's comments have drawn attention to Venezuela's economic struggles under Maduro's leadership, suggesting potential political ramifications for the United States. A further exodus of Venezuelans to the United States in the face of electoral fraud and repression could have implications for the upcoming U.S. elections. By engaging in this discourse, Musk has positioned himself as a vocal commentator on global affairs, particularly concerning the impact of political ideologies on economic outcomes. His critiques of Maduro's governance have resonated with those who view Venezuela's situation as a cautionary tale against certain political approaches, while also sparking debate about the role of business leaders in shaping public opinion on international matters. And next up, for update number 2. Former President Donald Trump has claimed Venezuela is sending criminals to the U.S., citing a purported 72% crime reduction in Venezuela. However, evidence contradicts these assertions. While crime in Venezuela has decreased, the extent and reasons are unclear due to limited official data. Independent sources attribute any decline to gang consolidation and population exodus, not government action. There's no evidence of Venezuela systematically expelling criminals to the U.S. In fact, Venezuela's president has actually been encouraging its citizens abroad to return. Interestingly, and inconveniently for Republicans wishing to malign immigrations, studies show immigrants are less likely to commit crimes than U.S.-born individuals. Trump's statements echo his previous rhetoric targeting immigrants, including disparaging remarks about Mexicans and other groups. His use of misleading statistics and inflammatory language has consistently aimed to stoke fear about immigration for political gain. All right, time for our third immigration update. Vice President Kamala Harris has turned the tables in leveraging the issue of immigration as a boon for Democrats and a way to criticize her opponent in the presidential race. Harris initially faced criticism for her handling of immigration issues, particularly her focus on addressing root causes in Central America's Northern Triangle. However, recent developments have shifted the narrative. Border crossings have decreased substantially, and Harris has leveraged former President Donald Trump's actions against a bipartisan border bill to her advantage. Trump's instruction to Republicans to vote against the bill, despite its potential effectiveness, has allowed Harris to portray him as prioritizing political gain over practical solutions. This shift has unexpectedly transformed immigration from a liability to a potential asset for Harris and the Democrats, as even Republican members of Congress are acknowledging that Trump's rhetoric about getting tough on the border looks hollow. And moving right along, update number 4. The trial over Texas's border buoys in the Rio Grande has been delayed. A federal appeals court overturned a previous order to remove the buoys during the lawsuit. The delay allows both sides to reconsider their strategies. The case centers on whether Texas had the right to place the buoys without federal approval. The key issue is whether that part of the river is considered navigable, which affects federal authority. This legal battle stems from a controversial plan by Texas to deter migrants from crossing the southern border. In 2023, Texas installed a 1,000-foot floating barrier of buoys in the Rio Grande near Eagle Pass, sparking immediate criticism and legal challenges from the federal government and human rights advocates. This case highlights the ongoing dispute between Texas and the federal government over border control measures. And finally, our 5th immigration update for this week. The American Civil Liberties Union of Virginia and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, known as ICE, have reached a settlement in a case challenging prolonged detention of immigrants who have won asylum or other humanitarian protections. Under the agreement, ICE must review custody determinations within 10 days for individuals detained in Washington, D.C. or Virginia who have been granted asylum, withholding of removal, or relief under the Convention Against Torture. The agency will also review cases of those with protection orders under appeal. ICE agreed to document and communicate these determinations to detainees and their attorneys and report progress to the ACLU. The lawsuit, filed in August 2023, alleged that ICE was improperly detaining individuals who had won their immigration cases. This settlement aims to address concerns about extended detention and ensure timely release of those granted protection. And that wraps up this week's immigration news. If you want to win asylum in the United States, then you should call my office today. We help people all over the country, so it doesn't matter where you are. Call us now to schedule an Asylum Strategy Session so that we can help you secure your future in America through asylum. Again, I'm Brian Manning, and it's an honor to serve you in your immigration journey.